What up, what up, what up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of A Drink in the Game. This week, of course, I'm Dre, aka BK Brawler, joined by Freddie G,
What up, people?
and returning again, Matt, aka the Mad Titan 81.
What's up, guys?
Before we start, as usual, what you guys brought to drink today? I got the Henny White, so
Yo, you
couldn't
gotta
pour.
keep that special, bro. It's
I
gonna get
know, I
old. You're
know.
I'm
drinking it too
actually right
much.
there with
What?
you. I'm finishing up my bottle. I'm right there with you.
That shit should only be on like special occasions, Super Bowls,
I know,
New
right?
Year's.
But
You can start drinking that shit. It's gonna just be Henny.
I know. It was the first bottle I could pull up before my grandmother went and sat next to my bar. I didn't want to hear any complaints. Once she sees me drinking, I gotta hear something. So I just feel like just grab the first bottle I could grab before she sees me. Yeah.
True,
So
true. I guess both of you guys are white Henny, which I'm a little jealous. That's why I'm talking shit. I'm drinking just an old fashioned. I'm trying, like I said before, like I'm just trying to like keep away from the beers, man. I don't want to get no beer belly. I'm getting up there now, and I'm like, nah.
hasn't
So I
happened to
got
me yet, and I drink like fucking four of them shits. So sometimes
that's the
five
thing.
a
Those
day.
shit sneak up on you, bro. You like, oh, it's not me. And then boom, you're like, what the fuck
Well, my
happened?
wife is looking forward to me having a beer belly. Like she's so infatuated on this whole thing of us getting old or seeing me age before her eyes, and it's like all these gray hairs that are popping up on my beard. Like they love this shit, like this salt and pepper shit.
That's cute.
So even though when I shave, she gets mad that it disappears, but now it's gotten to the point where my fucking grays don't disappear when I shave. Like they're still there. So it's crazy, man. But I guess we all have to age as much as I like to avoid it and shit. But the gray hairs are coming.
It happens.
Embrace it. Don't
Already
party.
have no bald, so I guess gray hairs was the next thing. And then she can't wait for me to have a dad bod. I'm just like, why would you want me to get big?
Yeah, I don't get that
Yeah,
boss.
I
Like,
don't know. I
Guys,
want
I have a dad bod. I think it's okay.
he's like, I don't
nothing
know.
wrong with it, but I'm
Can't
just
wait to
saying.
see that stomach of yours come out from all that beer that you've been drinking. And I'm just like, we'll see. I can't see
Isn't it funny
myself.
though? Like when you find somebody, it's not to go there, but like find somebody who like loves you for who you are. They're like, I don't care. Get gray hairs, get a dad bod. I
Yeah,
love you. It's just weird because we're so like grown up to be like, no, I need a six pack. I need my hair. I need this
how
to
we were
look
trained.
nice. And now they're like, no, it's
It's
okay.
like TV showed us, like the days where geeks didn't get chicks, and now look at us, we get all the chicks now. Like, girls want the guy who like they go out with a bodybuilder and they take them to a movie, and the bodybuilder can't explain the Marvel universe. And they're like, you're lame. How you don't know about this shit. And hey, anime is in movie theaters now, so it's like it's
Yeah.
up there. Since we're on anime, like, yo, Matt, you watching any animes right now? Might as well just bring that up.
Yeah, actually, I just started Demon Hunter, and I'm
Oh,
and
you started that?
yeah, I just started that, and I'm actually actively watching Attack on Titan.
Okay, I just finished watching the latest episode of Attack on Titan as
So
well.
good,
Man,
so good, so
yeah,
good.
man, I can't.
Oh, there you go. He's about to say he loves it.
Yo, I guess I fucking lost my connection.
He was so excited. He's like, boop, disconnect.
I'm back in
He
now.
connected. He's back.
I'm back.
Yeah. You're
All
live.
right. So yeah, I don't know what the hell happened. Like, I guess somebody must have unplugged my damn internet by accident or something. It happens a lot in my damn house. But yeah, Attack on Titan is good. I just finished catching up on Black Clover. Um, that's getting crazy. Got a war about to start, and then these anime arcs are always at their
I,
best
s-
before wars.
I started Black Clover, but I'm having issues with it. So
You having issues? What episode are you on?
very early on, man. I couldn't even tell you honestly. Very early on, like he's just figuring out like what is it? He just joined the what's that
Black
group?
Bulls?
He just joined the Black Bulls. They had that big fight where the girl was using her water powers and all of that.
Mhm. All right, so yeah, you're really early into it and shit.
Yeah.
But I could guess if I had to guess one reason why you're a little hesitant on it right now, it has to be because of is it because of Asta's constant screaming and yelling? Is that it? Because that was one thing that turns me off with animes at times.
Actually, that doesn't even really bother me too much. You know, I'm actually used to that whole like really loud main character. Like you get that in Naruto. He's
Yeah.
always
Oh my god. But he's slowed down with it before. Before he used to be on that believe it shit every damn.
yeah.
They stopped him from doing that crap. And even Demon Hunter that you're watching right now is Demon Hunter or Demon Slayer. Am I saying that one?
Demon Slayer. Demon
It is
Slayer.
Slayer, yeah. Like they have the one character with the blonde hair who's always yelling and scared of everything. That guy
Yeah.
kind of
But
annoys.
then he turns into something crazy.
Yeah, yeah. When he gets serious, it's on a whole nother level. But
Yeah.
other than that, it's kind of annoying whenever he's on the damn screen. But I just wait for the moments where he gets serious and is much better then. Fred, you watching any anime right now?
I'm trying to catch back up on My Hero Academy.
You are not caught up on My Hero.
No, I'm not. I took a break from anime. I just been caught up on like other TV shows, and anime is like it's hard to get into. Like just from an outsider prospect,
God.
there's tons of episodes. I watch. I don't know. I like anime as much as the next guy, but I don't think I have time for it. You guys is like you love that shit. That's like a passion. There's no casual anime fans. Either you're all in or you're not.
Nah, that's not true.
Nah,
Yes, it is. He just told me he just gave me shit because I'm like catching up on it. That's what I'm saying. Like
Well,
it's one of those things where like I feel like if you're outside looking in, it's very scared. It's very scary. It's like, hey, I'm starting to watch this because there's like people who are so passionate about it. They're like, what? Are you fucking serious?
yeah,
You don't know who this is? You don't know who this is? You're like,
fans can get passionate, but there's like different stages. As like those of us that the casuals are there who just know about the mainstream stuff, the Attack on Titan, the My Hero, the.
I fell out. I used to watch Parasite. I love that
I
show.
love Parasite.
That's what I'm saying. Like I fell off. I was really into anime for a moment in my life. My brothers, both of them, they were obsessed with it. They kept me like interested, but then I like moved away, and I just been hard to find out what the new shit is. And like I think that's the hardest part for me is like trying to figure out like
Gotta
the
hit
new.
me up and give you a list, man.
Yeah, I'm sure.
can
I got
give
some
you-
homework to do.
And then, but you have the casual level who watch all the mainstream. Then they have like the people like me who are just like, if you just name those animes to me, then I'm just like, you don't really watch anime. You got to know about like stuff like Orange and the Neverland and shit like that, like all the dramatic stuff too, not just the stuff with just action. Then, of course, those above me are the ones who read all the mangas and they way ahead of all of us, and then they hear us talking about or getting excited about all the stuff we seen on Attack on Titan today or yesterday, and they're just like, God, you guys are so behind, you know, like so. There's like stages of the anime world and stuff, but since we're still on TV though, before we get into the game topics, I'm sorry for those who just like hurry up and start talking about games, but some crazy shit happened Friday for those who watch. I know the internet was a roar. Was frozen, and we all saw the ending of WandaVision. Did you guys get to peep that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
Was it that Jim? I don't remember it being that crazy.
It's not about what crazy. You don't get the significance of what happened at the end of
Yeah, they're trying to like, yeah, okay. I'm just saying, like, I don't remember it being like that, like, OMG.
No, the episode wasn't crazy. It was just the cameo we got. It's just basically the introduction of basically like Fox's world of X-Men characters finally reaching the MCU, you know, which is great, you know. So,
but what do you think that means exactly for like the old Pietro, like the old Quicksilver, the one who died in Age of Ultron?
He died.
So, yeah, so that's what I'm trying to figure out myself. And Freddie, are you guys all on the screen? 'Cause right now, I'm only seeing my face on the screen.
Yeah, I see all of us.
I see all. Yeah.
All right, so probably just my computer fucking up right now.
Yeah.
But yeah. So there's so since he died in Age of Ultron, I guess I don't know if it's like her powers manifesting this one. You know, it's like does she have the ability to bring someone back to life. I meant to look that up. I was gonna actually Google.
So this Pietro, because I just saw so much of videos about it. This Pietro is set in that timeline, and if you notice, everything that Wanda does is usually set in that time. So this is like what are they, the 80s, right?
Oh
So
yeah, you know what? This makes
this
sense.
is the
Now
80s
that-
version
because when
of
they were talking
Pietro.
about the concept of time in the last Avengers movie, and they're just like they're telling you that they're not changing anything; they're just alternating timelines. So that could be how
So
we got over there.
and honestly, the fans love that Fox's version of
yeah,
Pedro.
he's much better, much better.
Yeah, I think so. He was
I'm
way
just waiting
better.
for them to. This is our comic book, guys. So there's nothing spoilers. Thanks for, and again, thanks for guys watching us. I'm waiting for them to drop the bomb about Magneto. You know, and I was gonna say that if you know, you know.
I don't know if
So
they're
I'm
gonna
waiting like
go
how
with
they're
that.
gonna do that.
I don't know if they're gonna. Do you think they're gonna visit that at all?
They
Like,
have to.
Not till the movies. I don't think it's gonna happen in the show. I think
The
not
big-
until they're
Yeah.
introduced.
I think. I mean,
Imagine
they
it's Magneto from the Fox movies, like young is there almost because like the different timelines and stuff, and she sees him not even knowing.
I can't
that,
imagine it's like the old Magneto. I don't think it's
No,
that.
it has to be the young version.
Yeah,
Who's the actor who plays Magneto?
the actor Gandalf.
No, the young Magneto from Fox.
Not Gandalf.
I
Yeah.
like Gandalf.
Yeah, I'm about to say how you don't know who Gandalf is. Like,
I like the young Magneto. I like how they did that. I like the young versions of them and the older versions of them. That's like the first time that feels like they feel connected, you know?
but
Okay.
they always screw up the story and shit.
Yeah. They could have done so much more with what they with that, but whatever.
Most definitely. But yes, let's.
Well, how did you guys feel about the shows though? Did you like the episode?
No, episode was it was good. Like I'm getting all this information. Like it's really making me delve deeper into like the stuff in Marvel that I didn't know before. You know, like I've been Googling a lot of shit. I'm just like, hold on, let me see this because I don't remember this reference, so I don't know exactly what they're talking about, and I like being in the loop. So
Yeah.
at the end of every episode, if I see some type of Easter egg or something, I just fucking go and look it
So
up.
this is definitely like lightly like House of M, right?
Yeah.
It's like MCU's version of.
Yeah, it's
Right.
I think they're trying to because the House of M, the whole comic book is so fucking crazy that
Yeah.
people, casual fans, won't understand it. So they're trying to hint at things. Do you think the neighbor is bad guy? Cause there's another conspiracy. Is the neighbor aren't the one that keeps always dropping by. That she's influencing Wanda.
Not after this last episode. After this last episode, I think Wanda is.
I think Wanda's in control, but she's did you see what they were doing to Vision? And then they're mad because she broke in and she stole Vision. You guys were experimenting on him.
Do you think Vision really looks like that?
No,
You think
Vision's dead.
No, I mean the way
Oh,
you
the
remember
black and gray version.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
think he's just walking around really looking like that and she's seeing him as fucking
Yo, this is like Cemetery. That fucking Stephen King book, Pet Cemetery, where they come back, but they're not exactly who they were when they died. And she even says that she's like, "Yo, you're not. Why are you acting like this? You never used to talk to me like this." So this is her version of him, but it's not actual Vision. And this is gonna happen like the Wonder Woman movie, where he's gonna be like, "You have to say goodbye to me."
Yeah,
And this was gonna go. This Vision's not gonna wait, but they did introduce. That's the thing. If you read the comics, there was a character that I think they're hinting at that could bring back Vision, a Vision type, a way to say Vision in Wanda's Vision. Yeah, but it gets crazy with the comic books. I think that I think Vision's gonna come back at the end of this season. I think Wanda's being used and her powers is so much, but I think somebody's using her as a puppet. What do you guys think?
I don't think she's a puppet. I think she's doing it herself. But I think, of course, there's gonna be some other enemy because, of course, how can we make an Avenger the main bad guy of a show? So I think there's gonna be some underlining things going on there that we don't see yet, or something that's gonna come into fruition. But I can't wait to see what the season finale holds. You know, and how this is gonna tie up into the movies.
Yeah. Well, I just feel like I don't know. I feel like this is setting up. The Super Bowl showed the new trailer of Falcon and
The Winter Soldier.
what do you think about the trailer?
Go ahead, Matt. Can I keep cutting you off?
I mean, I don't really have much to say. It's I like what I saw, you know, other than you know what I thought was really cool was they kind of showed they showed both of them using the shield, right? Briefly, you saw that.
Hmm.
And I thought that was cool, but I mean, I don't know. I don't really expect much from like these trailers and stuff. I just know Marvel knows what the fuck they're doing, so I just like tune in when it happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, that's cool. I think it's gonna be good. It looks all right. You know, I don't think the show's gonna be bad. I think it's a good thing they have both of them using the shield because my whole thing is Bucky is supposed to have that fucking shield. So maybe at the end of it, you know, they might switch roles, you know, or whatever. It's still a mystery, but I think the show is going to be cool. I think they have a good chemistry going, so I have no complaints. I don't want to delve too deep into it because I have no clue what they're going to do with that shit. But I'm excited for it. We just got like one more month, right? It comes out end of March, right?
End of March, yeah.
So let's see. We'll see. Oh yeah. What about Monica Rambeau? You think she's gonna get her powers by the end of this thing? You think they're gonna give her powers?
I don't think so. I do want to see because she was like interestingly annoyed when that name Captain Marvel came up. So
Yeah.
like I want to see how they're gonna play with that. But in terms of giving her powers and stuff, I don't think they're gonna do that. I don't.
That could have been a sign though, because you know she's a version of Captain Marvel herself. You know,
Yeah,
she had a whole bunch of different names also. But you know, Captain Marvel, she's even fought Captain Marvel back in the '80s and shit on those damn comics. So I'm interested to see if they give it. Cause maybe you know, in the comic book world, she gets blasted with some type of weapon which gives her powers. But what if in this world, when she got blasted by Wanda, what if that gave her some type of power? You know, you never know. They might go that route. You know, it'll be interesting to see if they go that route. Like at the end of the season, like something happens and all of a sudden, like she has some super strength or some shit out of nowhere.
you know what I am interested to see when she had brought up briefly about knowing a like chemist or someone who could tackle the situation that they're dealing with, and they don't mention it again after that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I really wonder who they're talking about with that. That's gonna be really cool, and they show that.
I forgot all about that. I completely forgot about that. So
Yeah, I'm actually hoping. I mean, hopes are really high, but I'm hoping we see something with like Fantastic Four, even. You know what I mean? Like maybe she's talking about Reed Richards. That would be.
yeah, now we don't. Yeah,
You know what I mean? So
finding every way to bring these people together, which
we have all our characters back, so why not just throw
yeah,
them all up there?
yeah, man, yeah, the next few years in the Marvel universe is gonna be fucking dope, man. And I can't wait to watch the end credits of every fucking movie that comes
Yeah.
out because it's just gonna be probably someone else from the other universe coming and all that shit happening. Yo, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be
Can't-
the next Avengers movie is gonna be on some crazy shit. Like it's definitely gonna
How old do you think we will be when they get to the end of this saga? Because
oh
I mean,
man.
this first saga, we were young when it started. I
Yo,
think. So. I mean, I was.
I think I'm gonna be. I think it's 10 years, so 41. I think 10 years before we all this shit comes together into one movie. I think I'll be 41. I think I'll be fucking drinking with my son at the bar by the time that this shit
Nice.
comes to the end. You know, so we'll see. We'll see. What about you, Freddie? How long you think this shit gonna last? This phase?
I don't know. That's the thing. It could take a while because they already kind of like set up the next like Avengers. You know, so like the younger like the new Black Panther, the new Captain America, Thor. There's the thing about Thor. Like if anybody can have the hammer, you can become Thor. So like they're setting it up where like they could just kind of plug in new actors with these abilities and like just keep the Avengers going. Because I mean, the only thing that'd be interesting is like Bruce Banner as the Hulk, But there was work about there was talks about She-Hulk. So yeah,
Yeah, see, she
Yeah,
wasn't she cast already, or
yeah.
yeah. So like they're like there's no limit to it, and now that they have the Disney Plus, and like the fact that like Disney Plus is treating these TV shows like movie quality, like
yeah,
this shit's gonna be forever, man.
yeah.
This shit is the new Star Wars. Like this is like how Star Wars was like, you know, like just gonna be like forever. Like this is the new Star Wars. Where like I don't see an end to this. Because that's the thing about like Justice League. There's only one Superman. There's only one Batman. But that's the thing about like Marvel Universe. There's
But we got
multiple
a few
Iron Mans.
Supermans. There's a few
I
Supermans.
know, but like,
There's a
but
couple
you know what I
super.
mean. You know what I mean. There's like
I get,
multiple
I get.
Iron Mans. There's multiple Spider Mans. There's multiple Hawks. There's multiple like, like, yeah. There's different Supermans and just. I mean, I don't know how to say different Batmans. There's only one Batman in my eye.
Depends on which universe the Flash.
I know, but like, name another Batman.
No, well, they're
Damian
all.
Wayne.
Oh yeah, Damian. There's his father.
That'd be cool. Batman Beyond. That'd be dope.
What's his dad's name? Yeah, his dad becomes Batman.
But my thing is like that Marvel set them up where like the story doesn't stop with who created it. It's like Spider-Man's is different dimensions. Spider-Man's is different dimensions of Iron Man, which I'm surprised because I don't think Iron Man's that interesting. But yeah, I think Marvel has something
when
good.
the first Iron Man movie came out, I fell asleep. I fell asleep during that.
No way, no way, really?
I fell asleep during that. I fell asleep during the first Thor movie and the second Thor movie. The third one was the only interesting one to me. The second Iron Man movie put me to sleep too. And the only time I was awake was whenever he was fighting with War Machine and shit. I was just like, all right, the fighting scenes have me awake. And whenever just talking and try to like character build, I'm just like, Jesus Christ, can you guys move on with this? You know, for some reason, it's something about Iron Man, the movie, his singular movies. Like to me, he's better with a supporting cast than when he's by himself.
That's heartbreaking to hear, man.
Yeah. I know, man. I know. It's a hot take. It's a hot
No,
take.
I honestly I think the Iron Man movie is really good, but like the character himself, like comic book wise, I never read an Iron Man comic book, but like Iron Man 1 is probably the best Iron Man movie.
Yeah, I feel that one was the best, even though it still put me to sleep at parts, but it was still the best one. You know, even what other one? No, Guardians of the Galaxy always kept me up.
The second one I didn't like.
You know, the second one wasn't as good as the first. Yeah, the second Guardians of the Galaxy, I fell
Do
asleep.
you guys have like a favorite MCU movie of all time? Like your favorite one?
Winter Soldier.
Really?
That's the one. That's the one where they faced off against each other, right? The Civil War.
Yeah.
That was my favorite one right there.
I think it has.
The last Avengers.
I'm sure this is not. This is probably number 2. I don't know my number 1. I gotta like think about it. But the first one that popped in my head was Thor Ragnarok. I just remember just having really good, like a lot of fun with that movie.
Yeah.
It was.
You know what I hated about that movie? That it was so fun. I mean, this is a story about Ragnarok. You know what I mean? I don't know if you read the comics, but that's not a fun fucking story.
Yeah,
I know, but the problem with Thor,
yeah.
and that's why Thor 1 sucked and Thor 2 sucked, is that like they took it too seriously. Like I like Marvel's version of Thor, where he's kind of just like a fucking big kid who's like fucking strong. But I think what was that movie with the elves in it? That shit was boring.
Part 2. Part 2.
That was like they took this up so too seriously.
Yeah, I didn't like that movie.
I didn't like part 2 at all.
So I think that reason why Ragnarok was so good is because it knew it was a movie. It knew it was like, let's have fucking fun with this. The soundtrack was amazing. That was like one of the best soundtracks. What do you guys think about the Snyder Cut? I saw there was a trailer out during the Super Bowl.
For the Justice League.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm ready for that. We all waiting for that shit, man.
I know, but did that trailer like make you more excited, or did just did the same thing? Because that was like a 3-minute trailer.
It didn't make me any more excited. You know, I'm just excited to see. I was already excited just to see all the shit they added to it. See how they're gonna build on this universe with HBO Max trying to get on Disney Plus level. And all this talk of all these like Ben Affleck signing on to do a show or another movie just for HBO Max and all this shit. Like
I like Ben Affleck's Batman. He's probably one of my favorite.
I like it. And I love that it's gonna be rated R because the DC universe is rated R. Like that, the whole universe is rated R. So I love that it's gonna be rated.
So I think the Dark. Go ahead, Matt.
I think Robert Pattinson's Batman is going to take over completely. I think he's going to be a lot better than people are giving him credit.
No, I think when he's in a Batman suit, he looks dope, but he does not look like a Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, Bruce Wayne. That's what I have a problem with. He don't look like a Bruce.
And that's the thing about I was gonna say I don't know. I think the Dark Knight. I like his Bruce Wayne, but I don't like his Batman. If we could get the Dark Knight's Bruce Wayne with
Damn, I
Ben
love
Affleck's
Christian
Batman,
Bale as
that'd be
Batman.
perfect,
That's
bro.
my favorite. That is my favorite Batman, yo.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something about him. Something about him.
Wait, which Batman's your favorite Batman? I'm sorry.
Christian Bale, man. I know a lot of people. That's another hot take, but that's my favorite Batman, right?
I think Christian Bale is the best Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I agree.
I think his Batman is horrible.
Yeah, I think Affleck's Batman is the best because he feels like Batman. When he's like when he broke into that factory and fucked all those guys up, that was fucking Batman. He was just like kicking ass, and like Dark Knight never really kicked ass like that.
Wow.
That's true. We've actually never seen Batman do like CQC before that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like he was like, do.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
CQC. Every time you say CQC, I just think of Metal Gear.
Metal Gear Solid. That's
You know, like, yeah, man. Oh, God, memories. All right, so let's get into the games. Sorry, guys, for taking so long to get to games, but, you know, this is a show there we could go off topic. You know, last week we're talking about aliens, and now we're talking about TV and movies, you know. So Matt, man, what game have you been playing, or what games have you been playing right now that you wanted to bring to the show?
So it's a game. Well, there's two games I actually have in mind. It's a game that interests me, but like to be honest, I haven't really even begun to think about how to join that. So I don't know. Have you guys seen the Grand Theft Auto like role playing stuff that's like all over the place now? Where like you like join a Discord. It's a private Discord or whatever, and they have a private like GTA server, and you start as like a basic like model, and you work your way up. You get a career, and you.
Wow, I have not heard about this.
Yeah, it like I've been seeing TikToks about it, and it's like I think it's really cool. I just don't even know how to like begin to get into something like that. I was wondering if you guys knew anything about it.
So, wait, it sounds like a job to me. It doesn't sound like fun. So you start off and you're like a basic guy, and then you work your way up.
You could be like a gangster and join a gang and shoot shit up, or you could like be a cop or a truck driver. Even I've
Just
seen
like role playing.
Exactly, it's literally role playing. Just people living their lives, like just regular shit, and
so this is real life. This is not in game.
No.
This
This
is
is
in-game.
in-game. This
So you
is
start
in-game.
like what I see is like you start a character. You say I'm a cop, and then you hang out with the other cops, and you just like in the car driving around patrolling.
Yeah, exactly. And then you naturally become a cop, and then you I don't know, like I don't know exactly how they're doing it because I only see clips of it, you know. But it was just really fucking interesting to see that not only this game has so much online like following still, but that people are doing this role playing shit with it. I don't know. I think it's crazy. But a game that I've been playing recently that came out of nowhere was that Destruction All Stars. Have you guys tried that?
Yes, that was one of my games I was going to talk about too.
Well, where the fuck did this game come from, man? It's a lot of fun. I did not expect that.
Well, this is you're giving them the reaction that they wanted. This is exactly the reaction, because remember that game was supposed to be a launch game at $70. Imagine paying $70 for that game. That game is not worth 70. Probably
it's not worth 70.
$40 tops. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd give it a $40.
And because we got it for free, we're able to see more. We're able to not judge it as harshly as we would have if we had to pay $70 for that game. And I think that was Sony's plan. You know. So, but it is fun. I love the solo stuff though, because I hate I don't know if you played with anybody. You played like those 8-on-8 matches. They're whack. Like the tornado one is all right, where you got to put the things in the tornado, but the other one where you got to like get out your car, pick up these screws,
Gears.
That shit is lame, and I don't know why you can't party up with people and just do the free for all. Like, what type of competitive advantage do you have by having your friends in a chat room and doing free for all? We're gonna be like, hey guys, don't hit this car, don't hit this. You know, like it's dumb. So I feel like that sucks that they don't let you do the free for all with in a party. I hope they fix that because the team up stuff is corny to me. Like, so I only play the free for all stuff. I don't even tell friends to play that game with me no more. Me and Felice were playing the game when it first launched. Felice hates that game. Um, he hates it with a passion. But I found some fun in it. I like ranking up and stuff. But it is, I don't know how you feel about it, or if you notice, it is like loaded with microtransactions. Like they want you to spend money to, even though you can earn all that stuff and everything is material, but you have to put in a lot of work, or even like stuff that costs like what is like 6,000 or something like that, or 7,000. Some things will cost like 7,000 of the in-game currency, but I believe for every like $5 or $10 you put in, they only give you like 3,000. So they'll force you to spend more than you might even want to get some costumes and stuff in the game. So I wonder how many people are falling into that trap. I'm surprised we didn't hear more shit about it, but we're probably not hearing more shit about it because the game was free.
Yeah.
So I think they did exactly what they meant to do by putting this game out just like that. But keep letting me hear more of your experience. Sorry for cutting you off. Had to get that off my chest.
No, it's all good. I don't even want to talk. Hey, fuck that game. I don't even want to talk.
But what made you like it though? Because
I honestly, I just like the gameplay. I thought it's really fun and flashy. Like in the first, when you first look at it, it's really like flashy, and I just like the use of the jumping out the car to collect shards to kind of get your main vehicle and then kind of just wreak destruction with that. It's like a new age like Twisted Metal, which I really like Twisted Metal. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I found a lot of fun in that.
I think that's what like everybody's hinting at. Like, I think it's time for a new Twisted Metal. I think PlayStation.
It would be cool if they totally just gave us a new Twisted Metal.
Yeah, exactly. I think we need, because when I was playing that game, two things that I realized I need in my life. I need a new Burnout and I need a new Twisted Metal. And just like that game is trying to like be both that, but it's not anything close to those. So I would love, because I think there's a market for a Burnout and there's a market for a Twisted Metal that like maybe people are, whoever, I don't even know who owns that IP, but I think it's something that we definitely could use. I love me some Twisted Metal.
I mean, I wasn't a big Burnout fan, but what I could use some like more of is if they gave us like a new Underground series, Need for Speed, like Underground. You guys remember that?
I remember that, but I wasn't a big fan of the Underground.
Really? I just enjoyed the
part two. Yes, part two.
The customization and all that was really cool. I think if they just give us like a new version of that, that would be really fucking cool.
Who owns Need for Speed? Is it EA?
EA,
too.
But God, who took over Need for Speed, man?
But I mean, my whole point is that like we've been getting Need for Speed games, and the big game is the same shit every year. So like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think they just fuck that franchise.
Yeah,
just
well,
like
absolutely. Burnout that started making it. I think Criterion was the ones that was developing. Yeah, Criterion. So the makers of Burnout were the ones who made the last few Need for Speeds.
Yeah, I think they focused too much on the story. I don't know why people kept pushing that. Like, I don't need a story in my driving game, bro. Just like, let me just drive and like have police chase me.
Like Forza Horizon is straight up driving.
Yeah, like that's it. Like, I don't need. That's why I think always like Gran Turismo. It's just like get your licenses, you get better cars.
I can't stand Gran Turismo for shit. I hate that game.
But like, it didn't need some fucking stupid story to get like you played it because you liked it. I didn't need to know like. And the thing is, the character's always fucking right. Like, how can I relate to this white guy who's driving a car? Like just make it be like I could be. I'm just saying, like, why can't I just like be like? I don't need a story in a driving game. Like, I don't need to create a fucking like a character to relate to for driving. Just like give me a good driving game and like let it be the reason why I play the game. I think that's why I always like Burnout. It was like there was just like this is the game. You like this mechanic, play it.
I think a successful racing game only needs a good multiplayer experience, customization experience, and visual.
Exactly.
That's it. You don't really need much more than that for
Yeah,
me.
like the crew doesn't really get the props that it deserves like that, but that shit's still going strong for for like a car MMO that you play with cars, planes, boats. Even though I don't like it, but it still has a strong community there. Even though no one speaks about it, and it still gets updates. Like every time I look at some news update, I see another update for the crew, and I'm just like, people are still playing the crew, like you don't even see as many updates on Forza as much as you see on the damn crew, but Forza is kind of perfect. Well, Horizon. I don't really care about the regular Forza games, as nice as they look.
You guys see that Sony's releasing a game on Xbox as well with MLB The Show?
Oh yeah, we was talking about that on the last podcast, So it's not that I guess it is them because it's still the studio that they own, Santa Monica Studio, and so they are led. But I think because the MLB license runs out for them this year, but they didn't want to just not make money off of that game, and I guess this is the beginning of that relationship with them and Microsoft, where they're just like, here, we scratch your back. Now, when that Elder Scrolls comes, like, scratch ours, please. So you never know. They might have made some deal. You guys could get this game too. Please let us get Elder Scrolls or Fallout New Vegas 2 when that shit drops, because I feel we're gonna get that shit. But
Yeah, I don't. I are you gonna? I think Dre's gonna buy day one. Are you gonna buy day one, Matt? Are you gonna? Do you have an option? I mean, you gonna buy on PlayStation or Xbox?
I'm probably gonna get it on. It's coming out for PC, no? No?
I don't remember seeing the PC
No?
version there.
Yeah, I can't
No?
even imagine playing baseball on a keyboard
Yeah,
and
I can't
mouse.
play
What the hell
baseball
is wrong
on
with you?
PC.
Well, it's just the no. You still play with a controller. It's just the platform you play on, like through Steam or whatever. But
Yeah.
I was gonna. I guess there isn't a PC option, but I was gonna get it for PC. But I don't think I'm not gonna get that for my console. Definitely not.
Wow.
I don't see myself playing that.
Yeah, I haven't bought a MLB show for a minute. I think the last one I bought was when like David Wright was on it, because I'm a Mets fan, obviously. But I just I don't know. I felt like the game hasn't really. MLB the show has been one consistent fucking game for how many years they have had. It's like
I
Madden,
mean,
but at
that's
least
that's all sports games at the
no, but
moment.
like Madden, at least like I mean, consistent in not in a good way, but like consistent in not in the worst way as Madden, where Madden just added a whole bunch of like
Yeah,
my
man,
Madden
they added the
team and a whole bunch of
rosters
like
and
pay me.
yeah.
But like MLB the show's just been consistent in the sense of like just like giving you the same experience every year and just improvements throughout the years. I don't know. I think MLB needs a shake up, maybe a new maybe they do need to give the license to somebody else to just like shake it up a bit, you know?
Good. All they need is a competition. I think we're tired of just having one choice
Yeah.
of game. Like we used to have MVP baseball. We used to have Inside Pitch on the original Xbox, along with MLB 2K. Like we used to have like 4 baseball games on the market back when MLB The Show was made by 989 Sports. We used to see those fucking commercials every damn year. 989. Like so what we need is more choice because it forces everyone to get better. That's why the last WWE games fail because WWE has no competition now. It's just like we couldn't get one last year because the year before that the game was just a total shit show. It's the same fucking game rewrapped with added more people to the roster. Like Madden last year, even though it got updated now and much better, but when it came out, everyone's like, "This is the same fucking Madden 20 game all
Both,
over again."
yeah, both NBA and NFL, like both of them had the same exact game with their 21 versions. Like from 20 to 21, it was the same thing. But the next gen patches definitely changed that.
Yeah, especially with 2K. Like 2K is NBA 2K definitely feels like a brand new game now. Like especially with the court and definitely not having to fucking load up into the streets and all that stuff now. Like the game is just automatic. I think that's my biggest win for NBA is no fucking load screens when I'm playing. Like I just like being able to be in and out of matches, go straight online when I need to. So yeah, but sports games, they just need competition, all of them. I would love to see ESPN 2K come back out for the NFL if that shit could ever come back again. And
ESPN games were really good, I thought. ESPN, they did a good job.
And we got them for $20.
Yeah.
$20, you know. Like, imagine how much money they were cutting off just so we could play a better game. Like, just because they're like, all right, people just know Madden, but we have ESPN and we have this great game. And the only way to make people realize how great this game is to sell it at a lower margin. And then EA is just like, all right, time to pay off the NFL. So we have the only football game out there, which sucked, and which of course, 2K went and bought out the baseball license and shit, only to take it away from EA. Which they had the best baseball game at the time, which was MVP baseball. But I also loved NBA Inside Drive on Xbox also. The original. A lot of kids don't know about that. So a lot of these sports games that was on the original Xbox that a lot of people don't know about. But, is there any other game you wanted to talk about, or those were only two?
That was it for me.
And what about you, Fred, man? What you been into?
I've been playing. I don't know if you saw. Steam has like a fucking festival going on right now, where a whole bunch of like indie games are coming out. It was like from the 3rd to the 9th, and they were releasing a whole bunch of demos. So I downloaded a whole bunch of games, started playing them. A couple of games stood out for me. One is what's it called? Dark of Darkness, and it's pretty much like Slay the Spire. It's a card-based game,
Oh,
but you the concept is that you're going into like a haunted house, and then the card system, but you're like encountering like ghosts, demons and stuff like that. And
What
the
is it
unique
called?
Dark of Darkness, and the unique thing about it is that like it's like Slay the Spire card based games where you have you have hit points, you have a health, you have points to use for per card, but they also have a something that I haven't seen before was equipment. So your character has equipment, so you could upgrade the weapons they have, and it does more damage over time. Like better equipment does more damage, but also you have a party, so you could have a medic. So there's classes. So there's
oh,
medics, there's
so
assault, there's guardians. So like it opens up that kind of gameplay, which I kind of really like. But they add more depth to it, which I wasn't expecting at all. So it's in early access now. I definitely recommend trying it out. I might stream it later this week, just because I really want people to see it. And then also we got Nova Drift, which is the game that we got sponsored for.
oh yeah, I was just about to ask
Um,
you what it was like. 'Cause I saw some of the gameplay, but I didn't get to like really pay attention too much. Like I remember you was with a ship, and it looked like you had like minion ships, like
yeah.
controlling at the
So
same time.
yeah, it's kind of actually it's in early access, so I'm gonna give it some credit for what it's trying to do. Definitely need some improvements in some areas, which I'll get into. Nova Drift is pretty much asteroids, but like if it came out this year, like today. So mechanically, it feels like asteroid, where like your ship, and like you kind of have to use like the left stick to go left, right, and then you have a shooting. But they add depth in the sense of mods and gear, so you could pretty much customize the way you want to play. So I went really with minions. So you could so I had minions that were healing me over time. I had minions that would attack, but you could also play as somebody like just fast. So you can. It's really in depth. They have a lot of different shields. For instance, one shield was a barrier, where if you got hit by something, it bounces it off. But there's also a different shield where if you got close to another enemy, your shield would do damage to that enemy. So it's like it kind of fits whatever gameplay you want to play. So if you want to play like safe, like I did, because I was just trying to see how far I could go. I guess it's like 100. But if you want to play, so I played safe. I got a whole bunch of minions, and they were just doing just fucking everything up. But
Are
then
the
I want
levels long or short?
what happened? The gameplay?
The levels, like each level is like
Oh, it's
what?
fast. It's fast. It's like waves. It's almost like asteroids. Not asteroids. Galactica, where like it's like wave based. Where it's like one wave, and then something would happen, another wave, and they had like a cool thing. They had like different encounters. So like you had a black hole that would just appear, and you had to like get away from it while enemies are trying to attack you. You had asteroids coming, comets coming in, so you had to avoid that. It looks really good. The music's really good. There's a lot of depth in it, but because it was early access, there's only like one or two game modes, so I didn't get a really chance to like get really into it. But there's a lot of depth in it, which I'm really surprised. I wasn't expecting that much depth.
Any boss battles?
Yeah, boss battles between I think every 20, like every 10 levels. It was honestly like check out the streams on YouTube. Check out like Gamers Network on YouTube. That's usually where we have not usually. That's where we have our old streams. So if you didn't watch us live, go ahead and check that out. Definitely, it's on YouTube. Check it out. I think it's pretty dope. I can't wait for them to add the different game modes because the only game modes they had was endless, which was like just playing until
Yeah,
you die.
long you can survive.
Yeah, which I was like, okay, that's dope. But like, I think this game can have. I think this game has a lot of potential if the game modes are there. And one more game, just I want to talk about. I played a whole bunch, but I played a game on Steam again. It's called First Class Trouble, and it's pretty much like Among Us, but like in the 70s and it's like 3D graphics and it looks really good. So
First
pretty much,
class what? First class trouble?
yeah, and pretty much the premise is like you have to escape the space station and it's set in the 70s in space. And there's one enemy, one between one of us who's the bad guy, who's the AI, who's trying to kill everybody before they can escape. I played a couple of rounds, and it was a lot of fun. A lot of communication. If you like that kind of Among Us style gameplay of just like one guy's the enemy and not knowing who it is and having to do like tasks with each other, is really fun. It's in early access again. There's a demo out. It's free. Definitely check it out. It's getting. I was checking it out. It's getting a lot of traction on Steam. This might be the next big game that comes out of
Funny
Steam.
you bring that up because I got a game to mention in a minute, just kind of like that as well. Like in this one, what are your objectives like? What are the weapons you get to use if you're the killer? Like, what's that stuff
Oh,
like?
wasn't even able to be an enemy. I mean, the killer. I was only the person trying to escape. So a lot of the mechanics was like Among Us, like go to this terminator, open it with somebody, collect these keys, go to the next section, a whole bunch of like kind of like tasks you have to do to get to the next section, and then at the end,
Is there deliberations like reporting bodies? And
yeah, exactly. It was at the end. Everybody before we get to the next section, everybody gets to talk to each other and kind of figure out who it is. You could vote one person off. It was especially Among Us, but just like with better graphics and a different setting, which I like Among Us, but like the cartoonishness of it, I kind of don't like. So I kind of was more gravitated towards this, just the more like I don't like the cartoon graphics of Among Us, but I like this because it looked a little more the style I like.
I gotta look it up. I definitely want to try that.
Yeah,
Uh,
but that's pretty much it.
All right. When it comes to me, like, shit, now that I got all this extra time on my damn hands, I've been playing a little bit of everything, trying to beat all these games. Fucking still playing through the medium right now, trying to finish that. I think, am I stuck? I don't think I'm stuck. I just was too lazy to look for something right now. But yeah, I'm not. I've been back in Yakuza, of course, trying to finally finish Gears 5. Me and my son finally decided like pop Gears 5 back in and try and finish that game. So I think I got like two more acts to play through to finish that. Control Ultimate Edition. This is the third time I'm starting over this game. But Control is a very interesting game. Now I'm kind of seeing why it got a lot of Game of the Year nods when it came out because this game is very interesting, makes you think a lot. This character is interesting. I like how they mix the real world stuff with in-game engine stuff. So
Yeah, that game. It was like probably the game that I could remember the most about me just actually reading all the notes and stuff because I was just
that's
like
the
so
annoying
into
part
it.
to me.
Oh, really? I was just so into it, just like this universe and like all these like crazy like stories about all these objects and stuff, and just like really getting into it. Because usually I'm not like into. I'm like whatever. If it's a point, they're telling me a cutscene. But like in
That
Control, I
game
was
is
like, I
like
want to read
almost
everything.
mandatory to like if you want the full story, you have to read like all the documents you pick up. Are you guys hearing an echo? I'm hearing a little echo in one of the screens.
I'm not getting an echo. No.
Okay. I don't know what the hell only? All right. Guess it's just me though. But yeah, so playing Control, trying to finish that. I want to finish that before the end of this week. So yes, I am cheating a little. I did to activate those little help things where my damn gun recharges way faster than it's supposed to. I could recharge my health more faster than I'm supposed to be able to. I'm just like, I just want to get through this, especially since I'm starting this game over for the third time. So and that's only because Xbox gave it us on Game Pass, but it wasn't the Ultimate Edition. So I was just like, I guess I got to start over again. And I originally had the game from GameFly when it first came out, but never finished it back then. So and PlayStation, or if you play the PS5 version of the game, you're not able to bring your PS4 save file over into it. So unless I was playing the PS4 one, I wasn't going to start over and play on the PS4 version on a PS5. But with that said, the big game, like just like you, Among Us type game on Xbox Game Pass. I meant to tell you to download this shit. It's called Project Winter. I don't know if you saw that shit, yo. Now this
Yeah, it's on Steam. I bought it a while back.
yeah, so that game is kind of fun, like more realistic. Well, it's cell shaded graphics, but it's a survivor type, like Among Us, where everyone has roles. Where most of these other stuff have like the two matches I played. One time I was the killer. The other time I forgot the name of my role, but my ability was that I could open up the killer's cakes and stuff, like their case, like the stuff, the boxes that they get weapons and items in hidden around the map. So if my ability charges up, I'm able to go ahead and open up those things around there and use this item. The only thing though is that when one time someone saw me open it up and they're like, "Oh, you're the killer, you're the killer." I'm like, "It's not me. I got the ability to do this." I'm like, "It's not me, not the damn killer," But yeah, but it's cool. You have to fight against the environment because there's snowstorms and you have a cold meter, a warmth meter. So if you get too cold, you die. You got to stay indoors. They have snowstorms. Like the game, one match lasted around like, I think it was like 35, 40 minutes. Like we was doing this one damn match. So you could be on for a while because you're there. You have to chop trees and the first objective was to fix the circuit board inside this room or place somewhere out there. And you can't just find circuit board pieces and put it in there. You have to like chop trees, hit rocks and get rocks and combine them to create the circuit board. So you have all that crafting mechanics going on inside there. And like it's not even a few things, like they might be like, oh, you have to put like 8 of these and 8 of those, and then like you might have it, but the person that's the killer and trying to stop everybody from winning, he's making these stuff too. And the thing is that when you drop something off inside of these buildings, anybody could come and take them away. So like if nobody's there and the person who's trying to kill us all or sabotage us all, he can sneak into the building, go and take all the stuff and just leave and make us take even longer to finish the objective. And that's what was happening at some point until I finally finished it myself. Like I was the one who did everything my damn self. Now we have people that were just like trophy hunting. Like one guy was like lighting fires around the place. I'm like, dude, why you keep lighting fires? Because in this game, you actually have to talk to people, and it makes it even more interesting. But it forces you to be a social, even though I hate talking to people online. But sometimes you have to be like, yo, like who's helping me out here, because I'm like doing all this shit by myself, But even though the talking actually got me killed, because I'm like, hey, there's trees all the way up in this corner, and then the killer comes, and I kind of knew it had to be the killer. I'm like, this is the only guy coming over here. He knew I was by myself, and then like he came and he chased me with a fucking axe. And like just axed me to death. And it's like a slow death because you're bleeding. When you start bleeding, you start moving slower. So I was trying to find another player, but no one was around me, of course. And then after you hit me a few more times, you go to your knees and arms. You have to crawl, and they give you a chance to crawl and stuff like that. So he just beat me to death. But in this game, different than Among Us, where when you die, you just float around and watch what's happening. And here, when you die, like you float around, but they also give you like abilities that you could use to help out the team and stuff. They kind of regenerate slowly though, so you can't really abuse them. But they give you abilities to help people out, but no one else could see you, of course, because of course they're not, and they cut off your mic, so you can't tell anybody who the killer is. So it's real interesting. I like the whole survivor aspect of it. You got to cook food and stuff to eat and survive and stuff. They have like random enemies coming out of nowhere, like bears attack you. If you might get attacked by wolves and things like that. You can pick up some crossbows. You can craft axes. You craft pickaxes for to of course grind things or harvest things faster. So yeah, Project Winter, guys, check it out if you have Xbox, or of course if you got Game Pass on PC, and like Frey said, on Steam too. But I guess you didn't play it yet, right?
I played it. I got through the tutorial. And I was funny because I was gonna ask like everybody should. I was gonna like hit everybody up like, yo, we should download this. You should download this.
Mhm.
But is there something about it I didn't like? I think it was too many mechanics involved. It was like too many like
It's a lot of stuff to learn.
yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on, and it's not. It's the thing about Among Us, and I think I like what this other game I was playing, is that like it's pretty straightforward what you need to do, and I hate survival games where I have to worry about like my hunger, the cold, the fucking everything else, and then also like rebuild this generator, and then also like watch out for the guy to kill you, and watch out for this, and watch out for that. It was just a lot of stuff going on. It was just like kind of turned off from it. I bought the fucking game, so maybe I should have played more of it. But yo, Xbox keeps reminding me
How
stop
much
buying
was it?
games, man. Because every game I buy, it's fucking a
Yeah,
month
go to
later.
Game Pass. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
a month later it's just fucking out. So this sucks.
How much was it?
I spent like I think I got it on sale. It was like $12, $15.
Like that's about the price I would think that game would be going for if it was selling.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay
on
full price
Steam.
for it.
Well,
Um,
right now on Steam, it's $20.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
So
caught it on a Steam sale. Yo, Steam sales are the best, man.
Uh,
that's why I don't look anymore because I spend too much money. Like, I stopped looking when they said sales. Unless it's a game I put in my wish list. That's the only time I go and check it out and see if there's something I didn't buy. Like, and even when I finally buy those games on my wish list, then I'm at the point where I don't even feel like playing this right now. Like it's my hype level for the game already passed. Like those Total War games, like I bought every single Total War game, and then as soon as it was time to play, I was like, damn, this is too slow for me right now. Like, and I love strategy games, but I need more. Sometimes you just want some fast paced shit to play.
Yeah, that's the shitty thing. It's like I have legit like so many games on my PC, and I keep going back and forth on them. There's the one game I downloaded because I'm just like I don't know. I'm in like in a spooky mood right now, so I'm like gravitating to like scary games. Um, it's another game that came out during the Steam festival. Stay Out of the House. I played like 20 minutes of it.
That's good.
It's set in like the 70s, like V8 VHS eras, and the gameplay, the visual is VHS. So you get that like little effects of that like of an old VHS, and you work in a convenience store like a 7-Eleven or a gas station, and you're there at midnight by yourself, and you have these tasks you have to do. So you have to like put items back where it belong, sweep the store. So you're doing all that, and then customers come in, and one looks kind of shady. He comes in, he's like, "Hey, are you by yourself?" And you get to choose what you want to say. So the options were, "No, yes, I am," or "No, the guy's in the back." And you are alone, but like you don't tell people you're alone. So I'm like, "No, the guy's in the back." So he's like, "Okay," and then he goes and looks into the store, and he keeps looking at me. I'm like, "Fuck," and like there's no guns or nothing. And then he keeps like walking around, keeps looking at me, and then he just buys a pack of cigarettes and he bounces. And I'm like, fuck, that was like creepy. And then you keep just like sweeping and putting stuff. You have a job to do, so you're doing the job, and you see a white van come in, and it doesn't stop. It just kind of like you see from the window, it comes in, and it drives, and it drives slowly, like looking at you, and it drives away. And I'm like, okay, I guess that's the bad guy.
Build tension,
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, the tension was nice. So you still because you have tasks to do, so you keep doing it. Another lady comes in. She's like, "Hey, let me buy this." He's like, "Okay," You buy it, and then the van comes again, and you're like, okay, this guy's gonna fuck with me. Well, because you're just a regular guy, you're not fucking John Wick. You're just like a guy. So it's one of those games where you kind of have to hide and stuff. Um, you hear the back door open, so I go check it out, and
Of
because the
course.
back door is locked, so I couldn't go in the back door, but like I heard it open, so I go in the back, and then I'm like, okay, somebody open this. I look around, and then I die, and then I just turn it off. I was like, okay, I'm done with this game. It's too creepy, because the way he killed me was like he just ran up behind me, and like so, it was
Is this
pretty
first
dope.
person or third person?
First person, the graphics are really like N64 era. It's not going for realistic. It's more going for like the tension of everything. It's definitely
What's the name of this one?
Stay out of the house.
Stay
yeah.
out. I'm
Yeah.
writing this down. I
Stay
got
out of the house.
All
It's a
right.
demo. All these games are free. Um, it was pretty dope. Definitely check it out. I didn't get that far in it. But it's like one of those games that like I might catch it on a Steam sale. It was pretty dope. The tension was good. I was playing with headphones and like the fucking like music, and it was pretty good.
If they could catch me, because you know me, I'm all about a good time. As long as the game is showing me a good time.
Yeah, it was really unique. I enjoyed it.
So I guess last thing, like I hit you guys up earlier, I sent you guys that link to PlayStation profiles, like this website that tracks down, or you put in your gamer tag or your PSN, and it gives you like all your stats and stuff. I don't know if they track everything correctly right away. Is I think some stuff might be blocked because I find it hard to believe one of the stats that they gave me. So like I'm looking at my lineup here, and it says up to now on PlayStation, I played 552 games, and I'm just like, damn, if I played that many games on PlayStation, I wonder how many games I've played on Xbox and all this stuff combined, if that's just that alone. It says I only completed 3 games out of 552. There's no way.
Well, I think when it says complete, it's like 100% complete.
Yeah, maybe it's 100%
Yeah.
complete. Yeah, probably with trophies, getting all the trophies, because there's not gonna be any game. I'll tell people now. I'll tell people before. I don't give a fuck about trophies. I don't trophy hunt. If I get it, I just get it. Like I don't feel some sense of accomplishment because I got a trophy. Not at all. I know Mike is gonna cringe when he hears that. You know, it says my completion rate, which could go for this whole thing here, and I guess that's to do with completely getting trophies. Because I think this is like a trophy website because they rank you worldwide with everyone based on the amount of trophies you have and stuff like that. So it must be with trophies. But I'm only at a 14.99 completion rate. They said the amount of unearned trophies I have is 16,654. That's how many unearned trophies I passed up since they started tracking people's PlayStation data. And the amount of trophies I unlock a day is 0.86. 0.86. So, my star level, of course, 315. I own only about 3,867 trophies. 3,314 of them are bronze, 443 silver, 107 gold, 3 platinums, which I assuming only came from Lego games. I don't think any other game I would get a fucking platinum if it's not a fucking Lego game. Yeah, but that's my thing there. I wanted to see what you guys would pull up when it comes to your PlayStation stats.
So I only have 185 games, but one completed game, just one. 18% completion, 18.68 percent completion, 5,801 unearned trophies.
Yeah, it makes me sound like a loser with the amount I got.
Well, you have way more games than I have. So I have 1,678 trophies, with 1,400 of those coming in as bronze, 200 silver, 51 gold, and no platinums. 0 platinums.
I'm surprised you don't play the Lego games with your daughter.
No, she's not a big gamer, man.
Okay.
It's heartbreaking. but she is.
My daughter loves her fucking game. All my kids love their damn games. Sometimes I can't get my daughter to stop begging me to play games. I remember when this is what I wanted, and now that it's happening, I'm like, baby, I need time to myself. Okay, daddy needs daddy time. But I gotta go on and stream some more Little Big Planet with my twins. I know they love Little Big Planet and they love these Disney games and the Lego games. But Fred, you was able to pull up your shit?
Yeah, it's I'm really close to the Manhattan 190 games,
Okay.
15.2 completion, 1200 trophies, zero 100%, which is not surprising. Um, yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised. I'm not really surprised. I wish I could see this on Xbox. I mainly play on Xbox
Yeah, I
on
want
my most of my
Xbox
games.
to give us this type of stuff.
But yeah, I've never really been too into the. If I always had an option to buy Xbox or PlayStation, it's always been Xbox. I'm like an old head. Just grew up on Xbox. Yeah. I'm not really surprised. I'm actually kind of surprised I don't have more games. 190 games seems kind of small. Honestly, I feel like I buy games. I have no hesitation buying games, so I'm kind of surprised. My number is kind of low.
Me, I definitely have no fucking hesitation when it comes to fucking games. I just see a new game, I'm just like forcing myself not to buy it. I'm like, finish something before you buy something. It's like one of the hardest things for me to do because I'm a natural addict to things that I love. I love video games, so I keep buying them. I love liquor, so I'm constantly drinking. I love beer, I'm constantly trying out new beer whenever I have the chance. And I guess, hey, I love sex, so I have it as much as I can, So it's just to throw that out there. Yeah, TMI, TMI, but whatever. My wife ain't listening to this. You know? But,
It's funny because I always feel the same way about like stopping to buy stop buying new games, and I always feel like the most during Black Friday when all those games go on sale. I'm like, fuck, man,
I
why
know
didn't
I
I
could
just wait?
save so much money if I could
And
just wait.
I'm like, yeah, it just sucks because every year at the same time of the year, I'm like, fuck, man. If I would just waited for this fucking Friday, I could have saved myself probably hundreds
Especially
of
those
dollars.
games that came out like 2 weeks before, and you're just like, it's $39.99. Like I just finished spending fucking $65 on this shit, and in two
Yeah.
weeks it's already thirty nine
Well,
ninety nine. That shit pisses me off, yo. That shit pisses me
yeah. Which makes me like kind of and like honestly, I because of Stadia, Game Pass, even a sense of PlayStation, whatever new system, the PlayStation Plus thing, they have like I'm a little more like hesitant to buy like indie games just because
off.
like I know those games are gonna be free eventually on Epic Store, Steam Store. Like there's so many outlets now where you get free games. Where like unless and even AAA games on Xbox, I don't need to worry about that now. So like honestly, it's just PlayStation. Well, I need to buy a new game or sports games. Other than that, I might just wait.
Yeah, I wish I could say I could wait, man.
Not
But
not
yeah,
wait, but like
for like them to be free.
yeah, like I don't like not even wait to be like what game like everybody's gonna buy the new Assassin's Creed. Everybody's but like the indie games, like the games where like that game we were talking about last week, Guards with Far. Like I wanted to buy that, but like I'm just gonna wait for Stadia to give it for me for free. You know?
That's what I was telling you. I know that shit's gonna be free eventually. And Stadia, I'm still trying to finish up Hitman now that you brought that up and Phoenix, right? Phoenix Point, which no one's talking about that game. Like, I don't know why more people go. I guess because it's only on Stadia and I think PC right now, but I would think more people would be talking about that game from the makers of Xbox. So. But that's all I really have today. Like, Matt, you have any final words before we sign off?
Not really, man. Thank you for having me again. I like these parts around here. It's
Yeah,
fun.
no problem, of course, anytime. And once again, people, if you are interested in being a part of a drink in a game, just hit me up on our Discord, Gamers Network Discord, or on our Facebook page. You could DM me, DM Freddie, DM Felice Cal, and Naomi. That's on there on our Facebook. Just let us know you want a chance to be on a drink in a game. And we'll set something up. All you need is a drink and a fucking game and a sense of humor. And be able to talk about anything, and don't get offended because at times we could offend you. All right. So, and not intentionally, it might be joking unless I've directed something at you. But once again, thanks for listening. For those listening, thanks for watching. For those watching us right now, um, as I said, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Gamerish_network. If you want to send in questions to us too, you could utilize our email address, gamerish537@gmail.com. And you can send us questions or games you might want us to talk about. I don't mind talking about other people's games. Trust me, I've more than likely played it too. So if you don't want to, if you're too nervous to come on here and talk about it yourself, then hit us up and I'll talk about it for you. All right. So until next time, people, enjoy your drinks, enjoy your games. Peace out.
See you guys.
All right, guys.